Welcome to my paper, English Language Teaching. Today's topic, direct method. The direct method of teaching was developed as a response to the grammar translation method. It sought to immerse the learner in the same way as when our first language is learned. All teaching is done in the target language. Grammar lessons are taught inductively, that is from particular to general way. And there is a focus on speaking and listening. And only useful everyday language is taught. The weakness in the direct method is its assumption that a second language can be learned in exactly the same way as a first language, when in fact the conditions under which our second language is learned are very different. So that is the weakness. It takes into consideration that all the way in which we learn a first language can be used to learn the second language. This approach, direct method, is also known as the oral or natural method, since it is originated around the 1900s as an alternative to the traditional grammatical translation method. So it is a direct, natural method. And here the focus is on good pronunciation. So it is called oral method. Focus on good pronunciation with spontaneous use of the language. No translation and little grammar analysis. The direct method is based on the direct involvement of the student when speaking and listening to the foreign language in common everyday situations. Consequently, there is lots of oral interaction, spontaneous use of the language, and little, if any, analysis of grammar rules and syntax. For example, the teacher explains new vocabulary using visual aids or demonstrations. In the classroom, aspects of the direct method are still evident in many ELT classrooms, such as the emphasis on listening and speaking, the use of the target language for all classroom instructions, and the use of visuals to illustrate meaning. The direct method aims at establishing a direct bond between experience and expression. According to the direct method, the student should think directly in English. There should be no intervention of the mother tongue. The native language should not be used in the classroom. The teacher should demonstrate, not explain or translate. Students should learn to think in the target language as soon as possible. Vocabulary is acquired more naturally if students use it in full sentences rather than memorizing. The purpose of language learning is communication. Therefore, students need to learn how to ask questions as well as answer them. To sum up, the advantages of direct method are: lessons are in the target language. There is a focus on everyday vocabulary. Visual aids are used to teach vocabulary. Particular attention is placed on the accuracy of pronunciation and grammar. A systematic approach is developed for comprehension and oral expression.